Hello, this is Karni Zor. Let's talk a bit about the astrology of the future. So, first of all, Happy New Year. We just did the wonderful transit into 2021. I hope that you already feel the difference. Maybe outside in the news, things are not seeming as bright, but we know inside that very, very soon um, a new opening will take place. I talked about it in my last video. My previous blog was just about 2021 and its astrology. And just to recap, things we're heading towards a very, very good year, especially starting April 11th, when Jupiter will be far away from Saturn and new beginnings will be able to take place. And of course, see that video if you haven't already. But today, I really want to broaden our horizons a bit and give us even a further glimpse into the future. And funny enough, it's the beginning of 2021, but I want to talk to you about the astrology of 2022. So, and why? So I'll explain everything. So, as you know, if you followed my posts, 2020 was the most extraordinary year with a conjunction between Pluto, Saturn, and Jupiter, which were really all together in conjunction or in alignment in the sky. Pluto is the planet of transformation. Saturn is everything that we think as steady, all establishments, and Jupiter is the new opportunity. So this was a pressure cooker. 2020 was the pressure cooker when everything from the past, Saturn, needed to go through transformation, Pluto, in order to find its new establishments in Jupiter. And it was a very, very difficult year because Jupiter and Saturn together really had everything in polarities, and the old was fighting the new, and it was a very difficult time. 2021 is the time when Jupiter really pushes its way away from Saturn, starts its own journey, and allows all the new things that cooked in that pressure cooker, in the subconscious of ourselves and of the world, to be out there. So it is going to be an amazing year of new paradigms, new opportunities, a new future in all levels of the establishment, in governments, in economics, in education, in traveling, everything. We will start to see new things taking place. But what kind of new things? And this is why I want to show you the astrology of 2022, the next year. So during 2022, Jupiter is on its way through the zodiac, is going to conjunct Neptune. And this is going to be the next big, faraway planetary conjunction after we had the meaningful one during 2020. And Jupiter and Neptune are actually good friends. They're both the rulers of Pisces. Neptune is the planet of going back to nature. It's the planet of intuition. It's the planet of arts. It is a very promising planet that talks about reverting back to nature. And Jupiter is the planet that expands. It's like a magnifying glass that expands everything that it encounters. Last year, 2020, it magnified the problems of Saturn and the difficulties, made them larger, and Pluto, the transformation. But during 2022, it's going to shed its light upon nature and reverting back to the natural things. And why am I talking about it now? Because it's going to happen only a year from now, because this is the long-term process that we need to know that is now taking place. So 2020 allowed us to pause and to stop and to check our establishments and our commitments and the way we do things and everything that we thought of as normal and durable we really needed to reconsider how we do things. And now Jupiter allows us to do different things, but in what direction? What is the recommended direction to do things? And the recommended direction is the direction of Jupiter. It will take Jupiter a whole year. 2021 is the year where Jupiter travels between Saturn, the planet of constraints, to Neptune, which is the planet of natural flow, natural freedom. So we're in a beautiful transition time between something which is old and fixed and the new way, which is a way of the natural worlds. So we can reflect back on history and see that we have really moved away from the natural ways, even for the last 100 years, starting with industrial revolution, maybe even before that, depends on how you look at things. And now when we see that what we have built, not all of it is good, things need to change now, we're asking ourselves, so what do we want to change and what to change it to? Because in our heads, change means being more advanced, meaning being more technological, but real change would actually mean to revert back to the natural things. Now, this is a theme that we're starting to see now. People are sick of living in big cities, and whoever can actually goes now back to living in a place which is more natural, in a place where they perhaps can grow their own food, because who knows now, right, what the future will bring. We had our children in establishments, in education establishments that were built during the Industrial Revolution just in order to put the children somewhere, for enabling the parents to work in unnormal, unhuman hours. And now a deep change in the understanding of education will need to take place, reverting into something natural, something organical, something that allows children to be in a more natural environment, to learn more natural things, to be in more natural rhythms. Neptune also has to do with arts, has to do with intuition. So this is where we want to go to, going back to the future, back to the nature in the future. So this is a very important step that we're taking. I gave the example about education, but this has to do also to workplaces. We have been working in unnatural hours, in unnatural places. Now people see that maybe we can work more from home. People need to change their jobs, their workplaces, due to the economy change. So what will I work in now? Try to see what is natural around you, working in nature, gardening, growing food, doing natural things is a good way to connect to the incoming future, to what is going naturally to happen during the coming years, because 2020 started a whole new decade and we are going to see changes. The changes are not making things faster, more technological, but really on the contrary, going back to being human, going back to being natural, going back to connecting to our planet, to our world, to our senses, to the natural laws, to things that are very, very natural around us, because these are the things that won't fail. These are the things that will be actually constant throughout time. Now, the human race is heading towards change, towards evolution, but before it can receive the new phase that comes in, a lot of shedding needs to be done. And a lot of going back to nature needs to be done. We know it about ourselves. If we want to be open to intuition, we need to be clean as much as possible. So the human race is now in the situation of starting a cleaning, cleansing process, which is a lot about shedding the unnatural things and going back to nature. So maybe 2022 would be the year that Neptune and Jupiter um, come together. But 2021 is the year of a natural slow change, slow shift towards that conjunction in 2022. So this is a process that is very, very relevant to our time now. See how this information sits with you, if it's relevant to your life, if it's relevant to the world around you. If you find this information resonating, please make sure you register to my YouTube channel and hit that bell so you'll get notifications every time I put up a new post, which is usually once a week. Please share this video with as many friends as possible and leave your likes and comments, because this is how this video can go to more people in the world. Till soon. Bye bye.